Hello, welcome to the channel. My name's Jackie. Today I thought I'd have a go at colouring in the bottom part of this picture. I've been doing the top and the rest of it, but I thought this would be interesting because there's different textures, you know, metals and things like this. And what I'm using is some just cheap colouring pencils that I bought from the local craft shop. I think I got sort of maybe 30 for £10, something like that. And I thought before I go on to buy anything more expensive, I'll actually see whether I can get on with the cheaper ones because, you know, I don't want to spend money I don't have to. I do have a background in art, so I paint a bit, and I have a needle felting channel where I do 2D paintings in wool. So I'm not new to actual, you know, colours and things like this, so I don't want to pretend that I am. But I am new to using pencils and markers and that. I don't think I've used them since I was at school when I was a kiddie. So I thought I'd have a go, and if I enjoy doing the colouring, then I may invest in some better pencils and things like that. And I thought, as I'm new, if you might like to come along for the journey with me as I discover different things, hopefully, and maybe improve my skills with the pencils and things. So I'll be quiet for a minute and let you watch, and I'll pop in and out as I think I need to say anything. So thank you for joining me, and do stay till the end. I'd really appreciate it. And obviously, if you have any comments, please feel free to leave them in the box below. Thanks. Now, I'll be honest, when I was colouring this in, I was quite happy to do this little wooden bowl in the background, but I couldn't work out what the things were spilling out of the dish. So it took me a little while to realise that they're actually, I don't know exactly, but I think they're oranges or lemons. And so this is why they go from being orange and then yellow and things like that in a second, because I couldn't quite work out what they were. But in my head, in the end, they became oranges, I think. So this is what is going to go. But yeah, it just, because I thought it was like a shiny string or something like that, but it wasn't. It definitely turned out to be either oranges or lemons. So this is where I thought I'll start colouring in some of the dark bits and we'll work it from there. Of course, I could be wrong. If you have other ideas, let me know. So I'm not sure really about these pencils. They are, I say, quite cheap ones. I think they're children's pencils really. But I was finding that no matter what I did, I couldn't get the depth of colour I wanted. I like a bit more of a solid colour, and these were coming out really quite thin and wishy-washy, and I was struggling to get the depth of them. So I think I may end up having to buy some more expensive ones to see if I can get a better feel for them. But what I'll probably do is buy just a few of something and give them a go. I did like it, gave a very nice delicate look, and I think if I was doing flowers or something maybe, it could be quite nice. And you know, I wouldn't throw these pencils away, but I think I would be selective about what I use them on, because as you can see, I have to go layer and layer and layer things up to try and get some colour in them. But we'll see. I'll keep going and we'll see how I get towards the end. I've quite enjoyed doing the metal parts of the black cauldron and that's quite nice. I think the picture I picked out of a book helps as well because it does have a little bit of shading built into it. So I think it kind of looks better than if I'd done it without the shading. Obviously I could have put the shading in, but I think it helped having just a little bit of shading in the actual picture before I started as well. But this bit I've found fun because I've had to think, I've got a light source under the cauldron, all those flames, and then I've got all the candle flames as well, and they would all be giving off light, and it was quite fun to try and work out where to put the light reflections on everything, so that was quite nice. And that helped with the softness of the pencils, the pastel colour, because I didn't have to do much to get a little bit of, I only wanted hints of yellow or orange on things, so that was quite nice. So I think overall, definitely these pencils are great for someone who's not done it before, someone new. But I think if you want more colour than this, you either need to go for better quality pencils or maybe markers, some alcohol markers, something like that. So I may have a go at that later on. But it's just a little bit too delicate for me. If you like delicate and fine, then this works beautifully. And certainly for practice pencils, they're great. But I think if I want to carry on and do serious colouring in books, then I'm going to need something a little bit stronger, something with a bit more pigment in than this. So if you want to see what I get, then obviously subscribe if you like, and I'll keep you informed. I'm going to pick some up this week and see what I can come up with for something better. So anyway, if you stuck with me all through this, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I hope to see you again when I do my next video. Bye for now.